This is Dr. B. Krishnachandra Kirti, Assistant Professor of English, Dr. BRR Government College, Jadcherla. Let us learn some aspects of figures of speech. A figure of speech is a word or a phrase that possesses a separate meaning from its literal definition. It means something different. It adds up to the actual meaning or sense. The purpose of figures of speech is they serve to beautify the language. They serve the purpose of beautifying the language. They add color and flavor to the expression. Some of the common figures of speech are alliteration, antithesis, apostrophe, assonance, hyperbole, irony, metonymy, onomatopoeia, paradox, personification, pun, simile, synecdoche, and understatement. The four common types of figures of speech are simile, metaphor, hyperbole, and oxymoron. First of all, let us take up simile. What is a simile? To put in simple terms, simile is a figure of speech that says that one thing is like another different thing. Here, two things, two objects, or two persons, or two animals or birds will be compared. So, and a common feature will be there under the objects of comparison. A simile is a figure of speech that makes a comparison showing similarities between two different things or persons or places. Unlike a metaphor, a simile draws resemblance with the help of the words like or as. So, the commonalities or the similarities between the two things of comparison are expressed by words like or as. Therefore, it is a direct comparison. Simile is used in daily life as well and the most commonly used figure of speech. For example, in the sentence, he runs as fast as a leopard. His fastness is compared to the fastness of a leopard. A comparison has been made between two subjects, and fastness is the common term. And one more thing to be observed or followed is irregular comparison should not be there. Persons and objects cannot be compared. The comparison should be between objects of the same class, between two animals, or between two places, two things, etc. Some other common examples of simile are our soldiers are as brave as lions. So the bravery is compared. The bravery of the soldiers is compared to the bravery of the lions. Common feature or similarity is expressed by as. Her cheeks are red like a rose. Here, the color red is common between her cheeks and roses. He is as funny as a monkey. So here the funniness is compared, is common thing between him and the monkey. The water well was as dry as a bone. Here dryness is compared between the bone and the water well. He is as cunning as a fox. Cunningness is compared, is the common thing between him and the fox. Simile introduces vividness into what we say, clarity. It gives us some additional details, some extra information about what we say in an effective way. Authors and poets utilize simile to convey their sentiments and thoughts through vivid word pictures. Here, word pictures or imageries are created by figures of speech. Through figures of speech, imagery can be created. Some short examples of simile in a sentence are: the glow of the tube light was as bright as the sunshine. So, the brightness is the common feature. The glow of the tube light and the glow of the sunshine are compared. Both are bright. In winter, when it rained, he climbed into bed and felt as snug as a bug in a rug. Here, snuggishness is compared. At exam time, the high school student was as busy as a bee. Busyness. Being busy is the similarity between the high school student and a bee. The beggar on the road looked as blind as a bat. So the comparison is between the beggar and the bat. Both appear to be blind. The blindness is the common feature or similarity. When the examination finished, the candidate felt as light as a feather. Lightness is the common feature or the similarity between the candidate and the feather. Both are light. When the teacher entered the class, the sixth grade students were fighting like cats and dogs. So, here the common feature is fighting. The teacher, the students were compared to cats and dogs. That means the students were fighting and the cats and dogs were also fighting. It is to be assumed. And they were fighting just like cats and dogs, which continue to fight always. The diplomat said the friendship of the two countries was as deep as an ocean. The depth of the ocean and the two countries, the friendship, were compared. So that means the friendship was compared to the depth of the ocean. The desert traveler's hopes were dashed as when at last he reached a well, it was as dry as a bone. So the dryness of the hopes were compared to the bones, and common feature is dryness. His opponent was trying to infuriate him, but he remained as cool as a cucumber. So, the common feature between these two objects of comparison is coolness. So, he is compared to a cucumber, and a cucumber is cool, and he is also cool. The laborer remained busy at work all day long and slept like a log that night. Here, the laborer is compared to a log. That means static, the motionless, static feature is the common thing. The audience listened to his spellbinding speech as quietly as mice. Quietness is the common feature or similarity between the audience and the mice. Audience and mice are compared. Both are quiet. The young athlete looked as strong as an ox. Here, strength is the common feature or similarity. Young athlete and ox are compared. The student moved as fast as lightning after getting permission from the teacher for an early release. Here, fastness is common feature or similarity. The student is compared to the lightning. the lightning is fast and the student's movement is also fast. The history paper was as tricky as a labyrinth. So, trickiness is the common feature or similarity, and the history paper was compared to a labyrinth. The boys in the playing field were feeling as happy as dogs with two tails. So here the boys are compared to the dogs with two tails, and happiness is the common feature or similarity. Coming to metaphor, the second figure of speech. A metaphor is a figure of speech that says that one thing is another different thing. The difference between a metaphor and a simile is in simile we compare two objects, two things, two places, or two persons or places, and there will be a common feature or similarity. But in a metaphor, one thing is not like another thing. One thing, if we assume one thing as another thing. A metaphor is a figure of speech that makes an implicit, implied, or hidden comparison between two things that are unrelated but which share some common characteristics. In other words, a resemblance of two contradictory or different objects is made based on a single or some common characteristics. In simple English, when you portray a person, place, thing, or an action as being something else, even though it is not actually that something else, you are speaking metaphorically. The following phrase is an example of metaphor. My brother is the black sheep of the family. Because he is neither a sheep nor is he black. However, we can use this comparison to describe an association of a black sheep with that person. A black sheep is an unusual animal which typically stays away from the herd, and the person being described shares similar characteristics. It is used in a negative connotation. However, the metaphor figure of speech is different from a simile because we do not use like or as. Here, the expressions like and as are not used, they are omitted. It makes an implicit or hidden comparison and not an explicit one. Most of us think of a metaphor as a device used in songs or poems only, and that it has nothing to do with our daily life, everyday life. In fact, all of us in our routine life speak, write, and think in metaphors. We cannot avoid them. Metaphors are sometimes constructed through our common language, and they are called conventional metaphors. Let's explore a few more examples of metaphors. Meaning an example such as calling a person a night owl or early bird or saying life is a journey. Some other examples of conventional metaphors are my brother was boiling mad. That means he was too angry. The assignment was a breeze. That means the assignment was not difficult, it was light, easy to put it in simple terms. It is going to be clear skies from now on. It implies that clear skies are not a threat and life is going to be without hardships. That means without any turmoils, problems, difficulties, hardships, etc. The skies of his future began to darken. Darkness is a threat. Therefore, this implies that the coming times are going to be hard for him. Her voice is music to his ears. That means her voice is pleasant to him, pleasing to him. He saw the soul of dust when passing through the dust storm. Chaos is the breeding ground of order, confusion, irregularity. War is the mother of all battles. Her dance is a great poem. So it tells us so many things. Her dance itself tells us so many things without telling. A new road to freedom passes through this valley of death. A new road to freedom, valley of death is the metaphoric expression. My conscience is my barometer. It measures good and bad, right and wrong, discriminates. His white face shows his concern. White face, metaphorical expression. He married her to have a trophy wife. Trophy wife. Wife like a trophy. Laughter is the best medicine. Metaphorical expression, best medicine. Trophy wife. Words are daggers when spoken in anger. So words are like daggers, but the poet never says words are like daggers. Words are daggers. They are themselves piercing, killing. His words are pearls of wisdom. Pearls of wisdom, metaphorical expression. Next figure of speech to be considered is hyperbole. What is the hyperbole? A hyperbole is derived from a Greek word meaning overcasting. It is a figure of speech that involves an exaggeration of ideas for the sake of emphasis. Some extra effect is brought about by exaggeration, elevating. It is a device that we employ in our day to day speech. For instance, when you meet a friend after a long time, you say, "It has been ages since we met, since I last saw you." You may not have met him for 3 or 4 hours or a day, but the use of the word ages exaggerates this statement to add emphasis to your period of wait. A hyperbole is an unreal exaggeration to emphasize the real situation. The trees are touching the sky. The trees will never touch the sky. That means the trees are very tall. But we add some a little bit exaggeration to bring about emphatic effect. My grandmother is as old as the hills. She is old. To, to say that, we say as old as the hills. Your suitcase weighs a ton. It never weighs a ton, but we say so. She is as heavy as an elephant. I am dying of shame. I am trying to solve a million issues these days. Can we solve million issues? Do we die of shame? It is important not to confuse hyperbole with simile and metaphor. It does not, it makes a comparison like simile and metaphor, but it brings about humorous effects created by an overstatement. A ton of worry was lifted from the beggar's back when he received the alms. So, beggars expect alms, and after a long wait, if he receives some alms, he feels relieved. A ton of worry was lifted from his back. He saw a man as tall as a power pole. He saw his childhood friend after ages, after a long period. After ages means we mean after a long period. The weather was too so hot that literally everything was on fire. The boy was dying to get a new school bag. Will he die? No. But we bring that effect, emphatic effect, by saying so. The teacher told his students not to repeat that mistake for the umpteenth time, but to no avail. Umpteenth time means innumerable times, so many times, unnumbered, uncounted times, unlimited times. He was in such a hurry that he drove his car at a bazillion miles per hour. Emphatic effect. The minister told the guests that the couple's friendship was deeper than the sea and sweeter than honey. So, here once again exaggeration. Deeper than the sea. We cannot measure the depth of seas or oceans. It was so deep, the friendship, and sweeter than honey. So sweet to say. The blacksmith's hand was hotter than the rock. Their headmaster was omnipresent as he seemed to be all around the school all the time. The businessman was so busy that he was attending to a million calls simultaneously. Can we attend to different calls, million calls simultaneously? It is impossible. But when we exaggerate, it becomes possible. The minister told the guests that the couple's friendship was deeper than the sea. The old man was older than the Himalayas. The mule is able to lift tons of weight uphill. Exaggeration once again. His classmates laughed at him, saying he had a pea sized brain. John was called the elephant of the class for his clumsiness. Next figure of speech is oxymoron. An oxymoron is a combination of two contradictory or opposite words. An oxymoron may produce a dramatic effect but does not make literal sense. So it is a combination of two opposite words, opposite ideas. Examples of oxymoron are found both in casual conversations and in literature too. Common examples of oxymoron: open secret. If something which we consider a secret but if it is known to everyone, it becomes an open secret. Tragic comedy, seriously funny, awfully pretty, foolish wisdom, original copies, liquid gas. These are opposite terms but are used together to bring about a funny, humorous effect. Some other examples of oxymoron in speech are: there was a love hate relationship between the two neighboring states. Love hate, opposite words, antonyms, perfect antonyms. Love hate relationship, 50-50. The professor was giving a lecture on virtual reality. Virtual, created, reality, realistic, opposite words. Paid volunteers were working for the company. Volunteership, voluntary act means without expecting anything. Paid means being paid. The channel was repeating the old news again and again. The contractor was asked to give the exact estimate of the project. A lot of soldiers have been killed in friendly fire. The doctor was absolutely unsure of the nature of his illness. All the politicians agreed to disagree. There was an employee in the office who was regularly irregular, always irregular. The hero of the play was so dejected that he was the perfect embodiment of being alone in a crowd, loneliness in a gathering. The heads of state gathered to determine an approximate solution to the crisis. The green pasture, surrounded by hills, was teeming with a deafening silence. Deafening means loud sound, as if the ears will be blocked. Silence, opposite word. The political scientist was asked to give an unbiased opinion on the current issue. The CEO of a multinational company said, "We have been awfully lucky to have survived the disastrous effects of the recent economic recession." Awfully lucky, perfect antonyms. The program was not liked by the people for a lot of unpopular celebrities. Celebrity means popular figure. Unpopular celebrities were invited.